Well, exit polls revealed immigration remained a top issue for voters this presidential election. It was also a central focus of the Trump campaign. And while fewer immigrants are coming through the U.S.-Mexico border in recent months, there is a different situation playing out at the border in our own backyard.
WBZ's Louisa Moller has been tracking the trends on the northern border for months, and tonight reports the number of arrests there is still breaking records.
During our investigation, we discovered Khan used encrypted messaging apps in planning a mass shooting attack at a site in New York City.
An FBI special agent describing how close a terror suspect came to entering the United States. In September, police arrested a Pakistani man in Ormstown, Canada, just 12 miles from the U.S. border. His plan, to hire a human smuggler to enter the country, then conduct an ISIS-inspired attack on a New York Jewish center using assault rifles. The arrest punctuating the daily challenges facing Border Patrol in the Swanton sector, the massive 295 miles of border terrain encompassing eastern New York, and New Hampshire.
There's a white van that just came down this way, and he's heading back up.
When we visited in March and saw agents arrest this Lithuanian national in the woods, Border Patrol had already arrested a record 7,000 people illegally entering the country in fiscal year 2023.
It was a flood we had not seen before. It was an exponential shift, something we were not expecting.
Now, this Border Patrol graph shows how illegal crossings have gone from climbing to skyrocketing. More than 19,000 people arrested from 97 countries in fiscal year 2024. That's the same number of people as the last 17 years combined. And this time, Eric LaValle, the Border Patrol agent in charge of the Beecher Falls station in Vermont, told me concerns over people evading his agents are very real.
It's not the ones that we've caught and we've been able to vet that are the concern to me. To me, it is the individuals that we don't know about.
The data shows more terror suspects are coming from Canada, with 321 suspects on the terror watch list caught on the northern border compared to 46 on the southern border in fiscal year 2024. And agents in the Swanton sector have encountered all sorts of other criminal activity. People with guns, self-admitted gang members, rampant human smuggling.
We have multiple identified transnational criminal organizations that are operating within this region that are transporting and moving people away from the border.
In the spring, Border Patrol said Mexicans were the top nationality flying into Canada and then crossing the border illegally through New York, Vermont, and New Hampshire. Now there's been a shift, with agents encountering more people from India. And agents say most of these people intend to make their way to major East Coast cities like New York and Boston.
The root cause could be Canadian immigration policy.
What the Canadian government did last February was reimpose visas on Mexicans.
While Canada tightened restrictions on Mexicans, York University professor Michael Borichisky says it loosened them on South Asian countries.
So Indian nationals do require a visa to enter Canada, but there was apparently a decision by the government to not be as strict in processing the visa applications.
Now, after years of nearly uncapped immigration to Canada, Borichisky says the country has adopted a slew of policies to crack down.
Do you think what's happening in Canada is already revealing itself in terms of these crossings?
Many will end up considering illegal options.
For this arrestee, the next stop was detention and ultimately deportation. But LaValle and his agents are all too familiar with the term "gotaway," the people who evade the Border Patrol.
It is certainly significant enough to be of concern.
Louisa Moller, WBZ News.